impact, both economically and environmentally. Controversial projects like this stir emotional responses in all of us and can create ill will between neighbors and friends and even families. In troubling economic times like we're experiencing, many small businesses look for miracles to increase income. And some folks view the proposed superhighway as just such a miracle, providing a straight shot for cars and trucks alike to increase visits to local towns and their surrounding shops and professional businesses. But is this a likely outcome of the proposed 4-lane highway? Before I go any farther, I'd like to assure you that those of us who speak tonight in opposition to the construction of the superhighway are not just a bunch of tree huggers. Far from it. We join you in wanting to see an improvement in our economy, but done conscientiously and logically in a manner that enhances the very root of our economy, and that's tourism. Our visitors are attracted to the unspoiled beauty of our mountains, our valleys, and our streams. A vision that's destroyed by massive highway construction, which invites further exploitation by commercial interests surrounding the roadway. Be assured, the proposed roadway is not a traffic pipeline designed to deliver traffic to us. It's a bypass designed to send traffic that comes to us now around us instead. Consider our neighbors in Andrews and the lines of empty stores along the road that shoppers used to take before the construction of that 4-lane bypass. In Murphy, the same 4-lane divided highway now allows easier access to the Walmart Supercenter than to downtown stores. I've not heard any merchants in either of those towns boasting higher sales from the bypass. Quite to the contrary, such a major road here will be an open invitation to local residents to drive out of town to do their shopping elsewhere. True, some wealthy investors will make a bundle of profit at the expense of the rest of us who have raised our families in this region for generations. But untold numbers of Americans have watched as their towns have fallen victim to interstate bypasses with their exit ramp, fast food restaurants, and chain gas stations, catchingly passing motorists who previously would have come into town to patronize established businesses. The Department of Transportation is offering only 2 options: the 4-lane interstate-grade highway or no highway at all. For some reason, there's been no offering of a far more logical alternative, which would be a far less expensive, far less destructive, both commercially and environmentally, and much easier and faster to do, improving highways 28 and 143. These existing roads already have a right-of-way. Rather than having to condemn and acquire by the right of eminent domain tens of thousands of acres of our lands and even our homes. The current roadway can be widened, straightened, and improved as necessary. And the Department of Transportation has stated that it is perfectly satisfactory for maintaining traffic through at least the year 2030. My fervent hope is that you will rethink your project and consider the far more sensible alternative of improving existing highways 28 and 143. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grove. I failed to mention one thing, and I want to go over that because it is kind of important. It's kind of a new design feature. Go ahead and turn in your handouts to the last page. It's that Super Street design that we talked about. Super Street sounds kind of scary. We've got some folks back in our Raleigh office who's going to change the name of that to maybe Spread Intersection. It's an intersection design, and what it does is it allows the mainline traffic to continue the side street traffic where we have it set up so that you can't turn left out of those side streets we found across the state with this type of facility. It's just too dangerous. A lot of folks, they're looking at what's coming from their left, what's coming from their right in the other lane, what's coming straight forward. And with this type of design, if you look at it, and I'll show you here, If you look at it, if you're right here and you're wanting to turn left, we're not going to allow you to do that. What we're going to allow you to do is to look and see what's coming in these 2 lanes of traffic. Those are the only 2 lanes of traffic that you need to be concerned with. If it's clear, when you get here, you turn right, get over in the left lane beside the median, and then we ask that you make your left turn here at this U-turn location, and we've provided some extra pavement there, so you've got plenty of room to make that turn. Now, as you're coming up, you're looking at the traffic that's coming towards you in the other lane. If there's nothing coming, you just go ahead and make that turn and go, and you can continue on in this direction, or you can go back here. Now, if you're coming back to this road here from this direction, we are allowing left turns off of the main line into those side streets. And again, we found that that's a safer situation. We've got a major mail carrier, national mail carrier. They don't do left turns anymore. It burns up money and it burns up gas. And what we found is that it does help the whole system operate at a higher level, and it is safer. And with that increased mobility, that falls in line with those 3 programs that I was talking with you about earlier. If anybody has any questions about the Super Street design after the meeting, please feel free to see one of us. And I apologize for not covering that earlier. We'll go ahead and get back to the speakers list now. Okay, next we have Mr. Randy Knight. And the next 2 folks you can be getting ready would be Robert Thomas and Cheryl Thomas.
Thank you.
Please state your name and address.
Thank you. I'm Randy Knight. I live in the Seacourt community. My position on this is I'm against it. Most of the people I know in Seacourt are against this. We would like to see, like the gentleman before me said, an alternative using existing highways 28 and 143. What's going to happen when this thing is built, if it's built, landmarks, the natural beauty that we have now, that we enjoy now, it's not going to be that way anymore. Somebody will be gone forever. But more important than landmarks, perhaps I should say as important, for the friends, relatives, and neighbors going to have to be relocated. Maybe it's not going to be the same anymore. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, 1945. I lived there until I was 23 years old. I saw my share of expressways. I saw what so-called progress did. But believe it or not, it was once a beautiful town. I'm 64 years old now. And my wife and I don't want to spend the remainder of our days listening to 24/7, 365 traffic noises. Our property is not going to be affected where we live, but believe me, we will hear the jake brakes on the 18-wheelers. We will hear the motorcycles. There's no 2 ways around it. We can hear the motorcycles and the trucks on NC 28 now, and we live 1 1/8 mile from that road. This road will be closer. It's going to be a noise neighborhood. I sincerely hope NCDOT would reconsider using existing portions of NC 28 and NC 143. I'd also like to say they would, and they probably have, consider that as it comes through Sweetwater so it would affect less people.